Good morning, everyone. It's December 22nd. We're here in Detroit. It was my pleasure today to present argument to the Eastern District of Michigan federal judge, Judge Tarnow, on everyone's behalf. What we had today was a hearing on our motion for a preliminary injunction. What that means is that we were in court asking for the court at an early stage in the case to stop the PBGC from reducing benefits during the pendency of this whole litigation, so that rather than on February 1st everyone's pension benefits being reduced, instead your pension benefits would remain the same until the case gets resolved finally, which could take a number of months. The hearing went well today, and the judge assisted our case with ultimately the way he ruled in the case. He did not make a final decision on whether we're entitled to the preliminary injunction, but what he did was he required that the PBGC and we filed papers with him so that the PBGC could explain why the plan was terminated and if the statutory criteria for terminating the plan have been satisfied. We think that gives us a big opening because we don't think the PBGC can at all prove the statutory criteria, has never been required to prove those statutory criteria in this case, and now is forced to. The PBGC came in there saying that all they had to do was agree with Delphi to terminate the plan and everything was fine. We came in and said that's not fine. In fact, what they have to do is prove their case, and now the court has said that they're going to have to do that. And the court's going to hear about this first through paper filing. So on January the 8th, both sides have to file papers about the actual termination and whether it was justified. And then I assume we'll each get to respond to the other side's presentation. And the judge said he would rule quite quickly on whether the termination was justified in this case. And in fact, he indicated that if he can't rule by February the 1st, he probably would issue a temporary injunction requiring that the PBGC hold off on reducing any benefits until he can actually decide if the plan was properly terminated. Now, this is just a piece of our lawsuit. You remember we challenge what the PBGC has done, we challenge what GM has done, we challenge what the Auto Task Force has done, and we challenge what individual federal officials like the Treasury Secretary have done. So once this part of the case gets heard and resolved, that won't necessarily mean that the whole case is resolved, but certainly if we win on this part of the case, we're almost all the way there, even with respect to what happens in the other claims. So it was a good day for us in court today, and I look forward to another good day in January when we file our papers on January the 8th, and we'll of course keep everybody up to date on what's happening in the case. So happy holidays to everyone from your legal team.